Come sit down on my knee. Oh, 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 oh. About to get into this good old read. Give me some sugar. Not in the mouth. Not in the mouth. Mmm. 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 Ooh. I'm glad I brushed your teeth. All right, Maze, we about to do the read. You gonna help me? About to get into this good old read. Good old read. Ooh. I just feel I just feel so fat and happy. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know why I feel fat. Maybe because I'm on my period. You know, we always gain a little water weight around that time. Okay. So a card fell out here. We have the Six of Cups. Do you remember when we fell in love? Young and innocent. Do you remember past life? Okay. So somebody has somebody in their life who helps remind them of who they are. So this is somebody who is on the outside of you. So I feel like this is what you call spiritual assistance. So let me give you an example of this. So I do tarot, right? Pretty sure it's not a secret. But there have been periods and times over the years to where I've taken like big breaks away from doing tarot. Okay, and every once in a while it's like God will send me somebody who is into some of the things in which that I'm into, like tarot or esoteric information, knowledge. Okay, and that helps me. It's kind of like, oh wow, I found somebody who's into the same things in which that I'm into. So now I have somebody to talk to. So now that inspired me to get back into doing the tarot after taking a break from it. Okay? So, you have shared a past life with this person, but this is more so going to represent spiritual assistance. Okay? It's like somebody is pulling you up out of the water, like you're drowning, and somebody comes in a nick of time and they save you. Okay. Do you remember time when we fell in love? Do you remember time, the time? What are the messages for who? What's this? Okay, so you have the Two of Pentacles here. That's a shaky foundation. That's like not really sure. It's like, on the verge of losing the individuality, moving more so towards one. Okay? Just keep it balanced. You can have both. I kind of feel like that Six of Cups too. That person, it could be an ex, or it's just somebody that you encountered a while back. Maybe things between the two of you is kind of like y'all encountered each other, but you really didn't have time to really get to know each other or get something off the ground with each other. Okay, so we got another card that fell out here too. So we have the Six of Swords in reverse. All right, now, so we got three people here. So the Six of Swords, somebody is moving to a negative headspace. Okay, they're thinking about they're thinking about experience not good experiences that they have had in the past with their relationships. Okay, so it's making them, you know, it's like they're bringing the past baggage into the future. Okay. So somebody is a little distracted from moving in the direction towards their purpose. So they, they're in a dark place. They're in a place of the unknown. So they're supposed to be moving, they just supposed to be moving through. Okay. So it's just like this person is on their path, but it's dark. And when it gets dark, it's not as hopeful. It's not as, because it's not as clear. It's a little more challenging to be optimistic during the times to where you really don't know what's going on. You don't know where you're headed. Then on top of that, it's like the questions of your future begin to trigger moments from your past. Maybe somebody said something to you or against you, like, oh, you know, um, you're not going to do this with yourself. You're not going to do this with your life. So, at a point in time in your life to where you're unsure, you're reflecting back on some of the things that, individuals have said that was not very encouraging. Okay, so, you know, you just want to be a little careful with that. Oh, we got another card. We got the Six of Wands. We got synchronicity of 666. Okay, so the sixes are going to represent relationships, relationship with self, relation. Oh, why is my head hurting? Hold on, let me get my book. Okay, so I'm just gonna let you hear. So I created a tarot course, and I also have numerology because I can't find my book. So we're just gonna do it this way. Is that it? That's not it. We're just gonna do it this way. Being as well as with others. Becoming closer without attachment to love or loved ones. Developing a more personal, intimate relationship. But also the most. Oh, I thought I had it. And duality, okay, when we deal with warfare. Because love is the only vibration that can conquer over any warfare, spiritual warfare. Okay, that's something else that they don't want you to know. This is a very divine number. It's just the hardest for people to accept because, when, the 666, you're going to be dealing with a lot of communication about, it just happens so much at once, okay? So you have a light side, you have a dark side, you have a harmonious side, 666, okay? You have the relationship with yourself. You have the relationship with individuals in which that you choose, and then you have a relationship with individuals that present challenges to you, 666, okay? So this is the number to where we find the most inner guidance within us, the most realization about us. This number guides us into helping love ourselves more. The more love in which that we have for ourselves, the less we will settle for what we consider to be settling. So it has a lot to do with self-esteem, with security. Okay, so the angel number of 666. Okay, when you convert everything down, it's 9. 9 is divine. 9 is the most consistent number. 9 is also completion. Okay, some type of spiritual completion. This is like a level up to where you have learned a few things on your journey, and you are now able to present other individuals with the things in which that you have learned. Okay, it's like a teaching system of relationships. Okay, so heighten intuition, seeing through illusions, follow the vibration of love/heart. Understand love cannot be controlled, changed, or tamed. Love can only be inspired. The true key to one's evolution, growth, belief is through leading by example and inspiring through positivity. Know who you are and the ones who truly love and care for you. you will begin to experience the shadows and many layers of yourself when dealing with relationships. Okay, so remember, we talked about when I said the relationship with you, with those you choose, and individuals who present you with challenges. Okay, as well as seeing this in others, you will need to see and break through the illusions and stereotypes of relationships. You are yearning for your soul family and they are waiting, but you must be able to identify with others' soul to know the truth of who they are. Right? So, what is that? That is discernment. Okay? You see, they paint this number out to be something negative because they want you to stay in karmic situations, karmic families, karmic lifestyles. What is karmic? Karmic is unhealed parts of us, traumatized parts of us that we have not gone in to work on, that maybe we do not see or are aware of. It's hard for you to sometimes be aware that you're dealing with trauma or unhealed parts of yourself when you are constantly connected and surrounding yourself around individuals who are the same. It becomes normalization. Just like psychological abuse, abuse in general is normalized nowadays, and it seems as if it's getting worse and worse. Like you got teachers out here putting their hands on the students, and nothing is being done about that. So, I mean, all right, just sometimes when you see this number 666 as well, it's going to represent you are the mark. You are the target. You are marked by the devil, meaning that during that time, you have to face the devil within you in the mirror. You are going through a period of self-reflection. Okay, like you have to face your demons. You have to get to know your demons. You have to befriend. You have to learn how to love. That dark side will always stay with you. The more you neglect it, the more you suppress it or you try to hide it, the more it expands to the point to where some people are being possessed by their unhealed parts of themselves. They are no longer in control. This is also what you call the sunken place. Something is taking over your body and you're just there watching things happen, but you're not in control. It's a subconscious thing. Consciously, you think that you are in control. But the thing is that you may do something and you have enough sense to know the consequences of that, right? But you do it anyway. And then when you get smacked back into reality, you ask yourself, why did I do that? I would never do something like that. What in the world possess me to do something like that? That's when you start having all of these questions about yourself. Yeah. Okay, and that's another thing. People want to always make themselves seem like something in which that they're not. People think that the best results and how to deal with people is just, being nice. I was actually working with this guy. I was working with him, and after all the work that we did and that we were putting in, things got a little intense, and the pressure began to get to him. So what he tells me? He says, I just want to be a good person. I just want to be liked. Now, this guy, he was born different. He had physical disabilities, and he didn't grow up with a mother who, encouraged him or who tried to help build on his confidence. When I first met him, I thought he was very confident. But in all actuality, he wasn't confident. He was just still on the surface. Whenever people got mad at him, of course, the first thing that they would attack about him is the way in which that he looked. Okay, but my thing is that, for one, well, I mean, he was a good-looking guy. Okay, he was a good-looking guy. There are individuals who have acne all over their face, but they have beautiful faces. They just have acne on it. I mean, I don't understand. That doesn't make you less attractive. It just means that you have a active face. You understand what I'm saying? But the beauty is still there. Okay, but I mean, most people are very shallow, so they can't see past the acne. So they consider that face to be an ugly face, and it's just like, that makes no sense. This person has beautiful features, like whatever. So, anyway, I felt real comfortable with being with him, but at the same time, and I thought he was confident, but I began to realize that he really wasn't. And at the same time, it was just a lot of things he wasn't willing to talk about. And then on top of that, a man is a man. So, I found him wanting to have control over so many situations, and I'm just like, you're not in a position to be in control right now. You're supposed to be learning. You need to let me lead at this point in time. Because it's very conflicted with you. One minute it seems like you're confident, the next minute it seems like you're not. I understand contradiction. Okay, but at the same time, you have to work through your contradiction, because your contradiction is letting you know that there is indecision here, and there's also something that you must learn that you're not getting or understanding. So let's say you tell yourself, let's make it about race, right? So there's a black guy, right, and he tells himself, I would never date a white woman. So let's say that something happens in his life, and there is a white woman who is very supportive of him, and he's very grateful for her. Something like that will change your perspective. Okay, and this is what love is all about. You know, um, it's not about changing your perspective, but it's about seeing clearly through the illusions, through your discriminations, through your biases, because those are all the illusions in which that you are creating with yourself. It's almost as if we are constantly convincing ourselves, not to, or not, what not to like, what not to accept, what not to be understanding about. Okay, so anyway, you know, he gains a different perspective. For one, not just like a white woman, but women in general. Okay, because he has expanded his experience, and with expanding his experience, it expands his perception. Okay, so all he's known is black women. So he gets with this white woman. So it's no longer about black and white, but it's more so about, now I'm beginning to see the depth of a woman. But at the same time, with this separate experiences, I'm seeing a white woman. Okay, so then his perception about white people begins to change. When that perception begins to change and expand, then he begins to attract favorable experiences within his life, dealing with white folks. Rather, it's few and far in between. Whenever he encounters, it's always a good, decent encounter. Okay, so this is what 666 helps prepare us for and opens us up to. It's such a beautiful number. You see, the world, the masses, doesn't want us to expand in this way, which is why this number is like crucified. Okay, so we're gonna keep going. You may experience spurts of energy bursts preparing you for the love vibration, meaning that you're kind of gonna feel this euphoric wave through your body spontaneously from time to time. Okay, that's you feeling your own vibration. Okay, this is the angel number. So whatever angel that you are connecting to, then that angel is going to be communicating with you through your body. Okay, and you're actually going to feel it. It's kind of going to be, well, I think it's going to be different for everybody. For me, it's kind of like this wave, this feel good wave that just comes over my body, and it starts from my shoulders, and it's like a wave. It goes downward through my body, and I can feel it. It's kind of like the angel's love. This is God's love. You may be feeling the love that you have for yourself. You may be feeling the love that somebody else has for you. Okay? Create anything. It says, okay, so it says create. Anything you create, make sure love is in it. Put love into your creations. Right. So the biggest thing with that is food. Food. Somebody like me, I can taste the energy in the food. Okay, so you know how you hear some people say they made this with love. Yes, people can taste that. People can taste the clarity in their food, rather they're vegan or not. Okay, because people would say in order to really taste food clearly, you have to be a vegan. Okay, but no, you can experience tasting energy through anything. Okay, energy cannot be stopped nor destroyed. It does not discriminate. Okay, it must be channeled. So, if you're sitting there and somebody is cooking and they're in a bad, shitty mood, 9 times out of 10, they're not paying attention and they're not being patient. You're going to taste all of that. Okay? Okay, so it says, go with the flow. Don't pay attention to time. Health and wealth have a lot to do with your relationships. Okay, so healthy connections. Well, when it comes to love, love is health. So just like we talked about the food, it's not just about the nutrients that you're putting into your body, but it's also about the energy in which that's going into the foods that's going into your body. Okay, so think of that not just with food. Think about that whenever you send somebody a text. Sometimes people are upset with their spouses, right? But maybe there's a routine that they have. So let's say, your partner usually texts you around their lunch break, and it's like you two were upset with each other. You got into an argument or something, and you really don't feel like texting them, but it's something in which that you do. So even though true to yourself, you really don't want to text them, you text them. But in the way in which that you text them, you're not realizing that you're being passive aggressive. So then when your partner picks up on that and they confront you about that, you're sitting up here trying to gaslight them, like, oh, no, 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 I'm not upset. Yes, the fuck you are. Yes, the fuck you are. You just feel like, you know, because that's something regular that you do, you have to text that person, but you're upset with them. You don't want to text them. So just don't text them. Because obviously the two of you haven't communicated in the way in which that you need to in order to feel good about texting them. You understand what I'm saying? That's kind of, you need to talk. Like, don't be a passive aggressive. Speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. Okay, love is honest. Okay, love is the highest vibration because it is honest. When you love someone, you are honest with them. That's why there's such a lack of love in the world, because people are not honest with each other. People are not speaking their truth. You know, they're not creating that happiness for themselves. And then it becomes all about somebody else. And then we get resentful because we made it all about somebody else, to the point to where we suppress ourselves for somebody else. Remember, the greatest relationship that you can have is with you. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the gate number of 66. Okay. So in my tarot course, like, I be doing I have numerology there. So um that was way more informative than if I were to have my book. Okay, so the thing is that there are three individuals who are being targeted. Okay, one person is on the glow up, one person is being recognized. There's a lot of personal victories, there's a lot of pleasure that they are experiencing within their life, okay, at this time. With the Six of Cups, I told you about that. That is the past life. That is there's some type of difference here, either in age, either in ethnicity, background, something like that. It's not necessarily conventional, but it's like my soul recognizes your soul. Okay, and then there's this very familiar, comfortable feeling that you feel with somebody else. Okay, then we have the Six of Swords. So that person is struggling a little bit. That person is struggling a little bit, but you got to give them time because they're in a dark place. Okay, so these three people are being targeted, but there are four people here on the outside of you. All right, so what are the messages? What are the messages for whomever may concern? What are the messages? What are the messages for whomever it may concern? What are the messages? All right, so you have the Nine of Cups in the position of your crown. So if there is a question that you have, the answer is yes. Okay, at this time, you're going to notice, you may say, I wish this would happen. I wish that would happen. You're going to see it happen. So, just be careful what you wish for. You're going to have anywhere from we're going to say 6 to 9 wishes. Okay, so you have the Page of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. Then you have the Ace of Swords in reverse. You have the Star. You have the Ace of Cups, and you have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So I'm gonna put the reversals to the side because those are the past. Now the thing is that there's something going on with your past. So there are three people in your life who are being targeted. Okay. So one could be a sibling, or it could be a family member, or it could just be, an ex or somebody that you grew up with that maybe, you had a thing for. Okay, one of them with the Six of Swords, uh, this is a past person too. Okay, so I feel like they wanted. It's like they thought that they had the truth about something about you, and that they were going to try to come after you, meaning that they were going to try to chase you. But something has happened here. Okay, so my thing is that you left the past behind. Somebody's still in the past. Okay, I think these are exes. It may be 3 or 4 exes. Okay, so I don't understand why we're talking about your exes, but remember, because I said the Six of Cups too could be like family, friends, but Six of Cups is ex. Okay, I feel like Six of Swords in reverse is an ex too, but that person, it's like they're upset with you. Whatever issues y'all had in y'all relationship within the past, this person is still burdened by that, to the point to where they're still operating in that in the future. Okay, but my thing is, I feel like it has something to do with their own understanding and lack of taking accountability, okay, for the role that they played in the relationship or in the situation too. With the six of wands here, of course this is the target. Six of wands always reminds us that we have evil eyes on us. Okay, so you may be feeling kind of weird, you may be feeling kind of strange, you may kind of feel this tugging at your energy. So you may have certain individuals watching you, maybe people wanting to come back or whatever. Okay, so with the Page of Swords, you're being watched. Okay, now my thing is, you must be a woman. And are you a woman? This is for a man. mm. Well, that makes more sense, because the thing is that you have these women watching your wealth. So these are what they call pocket watchers. Okay, so it's kind of like, ever since you have been disconnected from these individuals, there's something energetically about you that has changed here with the Star card. Your vibration, your ascension has sent out a signal. I am healed. Okay, and you also have the ability to heal. This is the Star seed. So you're very different, you're very original, um very genuine. Okay, and this wave, the wave that you have created, it has signaled a lot of people, a couple of people, 4 people from your past. So if you haven't been experiencing like exes coming back, people you grew up with coming back, you may be very distant from your family. All of a sudden, your family is hitting you up. You may be sitting there thinking like, what's going on? What's happening? Like, why all of a sudden are people worried about me? It's been years. It's probably been like 10 years. I'm going to say anywhere from, let's just say anywhere from like 3 to 10 years. Okay, well, I want to say 6, but I want to say 5. Let's just say 5 to 10 years. Okay. Um, because it looks like your dreams are coming true. With the Ten of Pentacles there, this is stability. So individuals are seeing your stability. Like I said, people are pocket watching. They're seeing what you have been doing over the years. They're wanting to know because they feel something that they can't explain. They don't understand why they're feeling this pull towards you once again. Okay, so but at this time you're grateful. and you are enjoying the fruits of your labor. So at this time too, life for you should be on autopilot. There's not much that you really should be doing except for appreciating everything in which that you have around you, everything in which that you have worked hard for. Okay, then we move here into the star. Now you have the star and you have the nine of cups. This is wish fulfillment. Okay, so you're getting something. This is a big wish. Okay, so you're pretty lucky here because you're getting a big wish. Then on top of that, you're getting anywhere from 6 to 9 other like little wishes. Okay, right? So when it comes to the little wishes, let's say if you go out on a date, you know what I mean? You're just like, at the end of the date, you're just like, I wish she would kiss me. Okay, so before y'all end the date, she kisses you goodnight, and you weren't expecting that, but that's something that you were wishing for. Okay, so you have the Ace of Cups here, so this is, child, it's a happy time for you. Okay, it's a happy time. So So the thing is that these people who are watching you, what they see from you is that they see that you're happy. They see that you're leveling up within the way in which that you love yourself. I think that they see that there's somebody new in your life too. Okay? This is joy, but this is really like self-love. You know what I'm saying? Maybe individuals were thinking, like without them you weren't going to go far or be happy without them or something like that. You could have been a jerk, but you know, you have evolved over the years. You know what I'm saying? So because I hear somebody is just like, you know, why wasn't he this when we were together? He wasn't like this when we were together. He didn't look at me, he didn't dress like this, he didn't look like this, he wasn't doing this. Okay? He wasn't doing the things that he's doing. Like, but what people are seeing from you, they're loving it. Okay? I do pick up you're very popular. Okay, so the thing is that you have expanded, like you're reaching more people. Okay, so you know which means if these are people from your past, then that means that you're clearing out the karma, you're clearing out the pain. So you're doing the work. You've been doing the work, okay? You've been doing some healing work on yourself, and it's showing, and you're getting your results, okay? So somebody wants to give you your flowers. Somebody wants to recognize you and tell you how great of a job you're doing. You got one person here, they don't know how they feel about you. With the Six of Swords here, this person, it's kind of like they wanted you to be down and out without them, and you're not. Okay, so they're sitting around feeling like you shouldn't be having, receiving, or getting whatever it is in which that you're getting. Okay, they're thinking about the bad times. So let's say you may have been like a cheater or a player in the past, and now you're married, you're committed, you're happy. It's all of that, and people can see the change in you. Like it's undeniable. People can see it. Nobody can deny it. But you got this one person, they want to deny it. Okay? I do. You got the player card here too, and then you got the Ace of Swords. So this person remembers you as a liar and a player. Okay? And somebody who came in and who hurt them. So, I mean, but the thing is that they're reflected on the negative. It won't all that bad. It won't all that. It couldn't have been all that bad. Okay? I heard somebody say, I remember when he was a hothead. When he was out here and he was just some little hothead. Okay? So, but I definitely do pick up popularity and that you are happy and you are getting what you want here. I feel like you're thinking about somebody who is your wish fulfillment with this Ace of Cups here. This is a mutual love. It's, you want the feeling to be mutual. You are who you say that you are, and people are seeing that, okay? And somebody in particular, they see that, and I mean, the two of you share the same feeling, I want to say, about each other. Okay. Now, if this is somebody that you're already in a relationship with, the cycle of love between the two of you have leveled up. Okay. So, is this a honeymoon? This looks like a honeymoon. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So it's kind of like a rekindling during the honeymoon. So I feel like the level up was the commitment that the two of you made to each other. Okay. And so the two of you are starting this new cycle of love with each other, to where it's kind of like the two of you are saying, if I say that I'm going to do something, I'm going to work on actually doing it. So it's kind of like a verbal agreement that the two of you are having, and it makes the both of you happy. Okay, because somebody's just like, well, I don't want you to say things that you don't mean. So maybe, y'all may kind of get into arguments, and y'all don't have no cap on the shit that you'll say to each other. Okay? And you realize how much that creates resentment, how psychologically, verbally, emotionally, and mentally abusive the two of you can be to each other. Okay, so it's just like with this new start, with us getting married now and settling in and settling down with each other, being with each other for the rest of our lives, it's like, okay, so now, um, we want to do things different, you know, and it's an agreement. It's not just one person saying, oh, well, I want to change, I want to do things differently. This is the two of you, okay? So at the same time, to where there's a new level of love for the union as well as self as individuals, there is also the challenge of being who you say that you are. Okay, so there's no mystery in the relationship, there's no room for the mind to wander. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so the thing is, too, you may have been noticing how individuals around you are experiencing a lot of success in their life. Okay, so now it's your turn. All right, I have a feeling. Are you? You may be trying to target these people too. You may be the one trying to target these people. So these may be people that it's kind of like secretly you're trying to shit on. Like, yeah, y'all said I would never do this. Y'all said I would never do that. You said I was this kind of a man. You said I was that kind of a man. I may have been that in the past, but look at me now. Look at the changes that I've made. Look at this. Look at that. And men, they love to shit on their exes with their woman. So you probably being real extra. You're probably being real extra, like expressing, showing more love and all this type of stuff like that. Like you're kind of trying to rub it in people's faces. Okay? But my thing is that I don't feel like, is this intentional? It is intentional. Be careful, because your come up is not about the flex. Okay? The come up is not about the flex. Be careful, because God will rise you up and then pull the pull the goddamn carpet from under your feet. You know what I'm saying? Because each of these individuals that you have marked, it's kind of like you have to remember that they are reflections of you too. How you treat other people says a lot about you. It's nothing wrong with feeling good and finding success after people have tried to down you and clown you, but you don't have to rub it in. They can see it. You understand what I'm saying? You have to be careful with your intentions. Because, like I said, God will pull the wool from the rug from up out of you. Your woman may have had issues with these women too. So it's kind of like it's a victory for the both of you. Like, yeah, y'all was trying to talk about my woman and all this type of stuff. I don't know. Now it just kind of feels a little petty. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. You a grown ass man. You do what you want to do. You do it how you want to do. Okay, so let me see. Remember that with your success, you are being tested. But men be doing that shit though. Men be doing that shit. Men be doing that shit. Oh god damn. So you got the Wheel of Fortune, the Hierophant, you got. So something ends up switching. This shit crazy as hell. Cause how 1 minute you on a honeymoon, then the next minute you getting married. Maybe y'all doing things backwards. Maybe y'all doing the honeymoon first and then y'all gonna get married. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you, I see a power couple. Okay, I see a power couple in the way of individuals coming together to heal other people in a major way, in a soulful way. So I kind of feel like you guys are gonna work together. You guys are gonna work together. Y'all gonna be doing some work together. So it's like y'all purpose is similar to each other. Okay. Y'all's purpose is similar to each other. Mm. I feel like this person, well, I told you, this person do something to you. This person makes you feel invincible. This person makes you feel unfuckwittable, okay? You have a lot of pride. You're very proud of this union. This union is so much more than what people see on the surface, you know? And it's kind of like the type of spirit and soul work the two of you are going to be doing together. It's like, this is the type of love that can heal nations. Wow. And the thing is, there's so much spiritual guidance in this. There's so much spiritual protection. There's so much awareness here This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. The two of you had to go through a lot to get here, to find each other. This is not, oh, we meet, we fall in love, we get married. No, this was a challenge. This situation was challenging. It's kind of like the two of you were meant for each other, but it's only by destiny that y'all would find each other. And so, of course, y'all must have dealt with a lot of opposition with trying to get to each other, because opposition be trying to jump on your path. So you had people. That's probably why these people are marked. You may have had four people trying to stop this union from happening. Oh, okay. So now I see why he the way he is. Now I see why he is the way he is. It's like you really want a prize. That's how you're feeling. That's what you're thinking. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like there's work that you had to put in to get here. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long road. It hasn't been easy. A lot of things that should have broke you only made you stronger. So the thing is that in the spirit, you and this person have always been with each other. You know what I'm saying? But you two were just not aware of who each other were physically. And destiny leads you. It's kind of like the heart leads you to your person, or led you to your person. All right, now, shit. There's a lot of compassion between the two of you, a lot of understanding. Oh, God, I see a lot of talking, too. There's a lot of talking, there's a lot of teaching, working together. This looked like a booth. This looked like a recording booth. Okay. So, I mean, whatever. Um, it's crazy because it's like after a sudden change comes, it's kind of like it's like it just busts wide open. Surprise! Oh, somebody, it's like somebody is just going to show up. Somebody is just going to pop up. It's going to be like, surprise. Okay. So if you're feeling unsure about things, or if you're feeling blinded by things, God is orchestrating things. God wants to surprise you. So if you're intuitive about certain things, or you're usually in the knowing of things, and it's kind of like, I don't know what's going on, I don't know what's happening, I'm confused, this and that. It's because God is blinding you, because God wants to surprise you. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow. But hold on, I feel like this person may be coming with some people. Cause who the fuck got all this goddamn power? That shit crazy as hell. Who has all of this power and they're not corrupt? Ooh. Mm. Unhand me. Unhand me. So, there's five people here. Five very important people. Very important people. These people come from all type of different places all over the world. It's like, are they coming to celebrate with you? Are they helping to orchestrate something? This is the guidance, this is the support that you have. Who is this group of people? It's kind of like the Furious Five. You know what I'm saying? Oof. I don't know why the fuck my head is hurting. It's getting on my nerves. Each individual, because these everybody is an individual, but these people are spiritual royalty. Wow. This can't be one person. This can't be. This is five people. Wow. And everybody is going to show up. Everybody is going to show up fully aligned and within who they are. It's giving me mystery schools. So these five people, they were teachers in the mystery schools. So this is an eclectic collection, collaboration of people, of individuals. Oh my God, what are they up to? Well, damn, we gotta cut the time because I don't want to go too far. Maybe they're just coming to celebrate with you. Maybe they're being of assistance, but they're going to show up and you're going to be surprised. Like, your mouth is going to drop, your jaw is going to drop to the floor. Okay? It feels exciting. It feels exciting. So if you feel overwhelmed, just cry. Because the thing is that you're going to be triggered, but it's kind of like instead of being triggered, just cry. You know how sometimes people, they don't know how to be happy or express their happiness. Well, you do. Maybe your woman don't. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna talk to her because it's kind of like you're gonna be overwhelmed with feelings and emotions, but it's kind of like just allow yourself to cry. Because if you try to suppress it, it's going to trigger you and it's going to anger you. Okay? Okay. So, we're going to wrap it up there. And until the next time, we'll talk again. Thank you.